I'm telling now.
Some love for Sprangalang. Give him a round of applause, man.
All you suffer from Sandy because Sandy wasn't a West Indian breeze. Because if Sandy was a West Indian breeze, all now so Sandy wouldn't have reached yet. Sandy would have been late. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that all you like it, all you want to be punctual, take that. So don't play all you blaming we because all you get it hard. We living in that for years and never meddle we. We used to bill it with we used to town and country used to bill anything because in any case hurricane go lick it down. That's true. All you out here, all you have order and sense. Home by we, when something happens, you can't call a police. You have to call a next bandit. Or if somebody come in and thief by you, make a list of all will leave. Because when the police come to investigate, more thing missing. So that way, so me I understand. We don't worry. Hurricane don't worry we, you know. We had two natural disasters and we had that for years. The government and the opposition. The only natural disaster we have. After that we safe. Yeah. But I tell you all you, and I'm glad to be here. Don't let me forget my manners. I'm glad to be here. It's almost important. And almost nearly I make it. Because you know the problem, the diabetes. But me and nobody you. Diabetes. Me know you have sugar, you all other. But yes, I hear many sweet man they're dead from diabetes. That's two different things. Diabetes. And I end up with June by in hospital, you know. Now I could tell you the problem, the diabetes wasn't the crucial thing we are nearly dead. It's the hospital. And it's not because the hospital are nearly dead. It's staying in the hospital. Let me tell all you something. Let me tell all you how it go. When I landed my sugar, when they test it, it's above the last mark on the meter. I off the charts. I like a Michael Jackson #1 hit, I off the chart. So they say hospital. And they're sending me in the 21st century Millennium Hospital, Mount Hope. Computerized ignorance. Bad. And when I landed, they put me in a bed and about 9 tubes plugged into all parts of my hand. And a set of things standing up like small television. Reading. Kitip, 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 kitip. Some in green, some in yellow, some black and white. Nice. Well, I know I can't dead. I'm safe. The problem is culture. I grew up in the 50s. That is the days of diaper. But nowadays when they put you in the hospital, Pampers. We know diaper, you wet it, they change it. You wet it again, they change it again. Pampers, they just left you in it. You see the problem? So when the first call, and I get up off the bed, if you see tube in my hand and thing, pressure, I can't go nowhere. I call the nurse. I say, nurse, the problem is I want to excrete water, but These bag of tube, what is the position? They say she say you're in Pampers, man, fix up. I take 5 years after I born to learn not to wet bed. And 64 years later, I had to learn to wet bed. You understand? I said, but she said, like Pampers, boy, that go keep. So, I moved like when I was 4 years old. Yeah. But with the diabetes, they put in life water, they put in insulin, they put in things, they had to feed me intravenously. I don't know them big one. And I'm drinking water. String water, spring water, Kangen water. I'm only drinking water, eating nothing. So, it's not no normal amount of water this Pampers taking. By the time 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm nearly drunk. When the woman come to change me in the morning, I swim out the bed. And they out with a funnel and they send all the water. The problem is now, sugar going down, I could eat. But I still in Pampers. You get it right the first time. Go to the head class, wear shitting. You get it right. My son, and I can't do it and wait and do it and wait and do it and wait and do it. That's why they used to clean out suspect. The first time I tried to do it, it reached and said, we're taking this program and going back. But I'm still eating. I still half drunk in. But I ain't solidifying. It's like I have diarrhea and constipation. It coming, but it's not going. My son, pressure. At night when it reached to the point where I start to see Ning Ning and Junjuni. I stand up. Well, I can't cold sweat. I have nothing to cold sweat. I have Pampers. My son, I hold all the tube and the thing that they understand and thing. I hold all together. I jump off the bed. And I head in towards the toilet. That's the only way I'll get a ease from this thing. I look like a George Bailey mask. The nurse come and ring the bell. And a bag of nurse come and wrestle me down and put me back in this same Pampers. The next day I used to go home. But I just make 4 days. And I only have concrete. Pressure. On top of which, all the time while all this going on, they give me cricks. Cricks does dry up saliva that you would have next week. So it form a concrete. And they send me home. I walk in, me in Pampers again, in a short pants with an elastic waist, slack elastic waist, and I walk too fast and close my foot, butter out pants by my ankle. And I head in for what is small well. Now it has nothing tack on to me. Nothing passing. Too small, too small. All I hear is, we're taking this pressure. Go back up. And men from the near the end sending me back up. I remember as a little boy, my father had built a rubble drain. And you had to take a hammer and a chisel to bust the weep hole. So, I tell my mother, see if she get 2 pallet stick for me. And I tell the madam, you had to correct the disorder by shifting the pallet stick so we could move all the dirt. My dear friend, nothing. Pain. I turned green. And I'm moving. When I land and I sit down and it reach to get out and can't get out and forcing the, I stand up with the pressure. I start to cry. The doctor sent a thing called an enema. They send in thing to send out thing. And this thing so vicious, the thing they send in and all and coming out. My son, after 4 days, 4 further days, 2 weeks now, me I go to work. And over 10 days now, all we are eat still inside. I decide I'm going in for myself. I pose up like one of them cannon in them old fort. And I get downstairs with my left index finger. And I have the madam with warm water throwing, cascading down. And I go on in with my hand to dig a drain. The first piece of thing that come out hit the toilet bowl and go ping. Is gravel I make, you know. My son, I no kind of water melting, nothing. I take my time. And I shift and I shift and I make a hole. The enema part come out, but the rest I think concrete. It's moving. I had to go further in. And I go further in and I move out thing and I clear the thing and I finally get the thing. Well, that time all my mind saw. And I get it clear. And I walk in. Like if I have goodies, not goodies, in the back there in a mess. And we're all big people here. And I want to make this point that after that episode, I have great respect for homosexuals. That pressure is normal, but them good. Anyway, I tell all you how to take Viagra. I'll come back and tell all you that. That's a different story. That was worse than this, you know. But I had to tell all you, the diabetes is what put me in the hospital, so all you know it's not the Viagra. I didn't take Viagra since the diabetes. I take that before. The time when I nearly make the jail, they tell me how I say something wrong about the court, and the very volume who get fired here, nearly put me in jail. When they announced that on the papers, a fella in jail called Tyrone started to talk in a fine voice. Sprangy coming. Sprangy coming. Me know what Tyrone wanted to do. Now Tyrone's nickname is 15. And they say that is because of length. They say that 15 is in inches. So I asked them, well, what are you in there for? He said, well, he raped a man through a biscuit. So he put 7 inches through the biscuit and still rest a 9s on. Here, the worst thing to do is to go by the... I go by the doctor, I say, doctor, this operation where you gain me. After this operation, I will be able to play the piano. He said, yes. I said, good. He said, why you ask? He said, well, I couldn't have played it before.